Hi guys, this is Tobias, DL3MHT, and today we're gonna have a look at the Diamond MAT50. I hope the camera focuses. Let me give it a little nudge. It seems to work. So, as you can see, still sealed. So I'm discovering this alongside you. I guess I'll cut it somewhere here. And let's get it out. So what do we get? A manual, the magnetic mat with a mounting hole, and an extra lug in case that rips off. Okay, do we have any description in English? Probably not. Okay, so I guess I have to go online and download an English version. But I mean, the idea is you have a mag mount on your car for your antennas, and you mount this and place this on the roof of your car, and it, I don't know, probably acts as a capacitor and improves your earth connection and hopefully your SWR, and helps get the RF into the air. So I thought before I try this, let's make a quick test. I have here a metal mounting plate where I use my PCB holders, or use as a base for my PCB holders. So I thought maybe let's just put that on here, and yes, it is magnetic. And then we could use the peak LCR meter and just measure what it tells us. What capacitor does this MAT50 have? Because it's so tiny, and I'm wondering, is it working, or is it snake oil and they sell you something that does not work for a lot of money. So let's connect. One side is the basically your roof of the car, and the other side is this. And again, this is one of my super dodgy make it up as you go along setups. So enable, and we get a capacitance of 1.886 nanofarad. Okay, so let me try this once more, this time with the label upwards, which probably helps with the performance. So connect the ground again, connect the lug that you connect to the ground of your mag mount, enable, and try to get it into frame, and also try to get it to focus. And we see 1.93 nanofarad. Okay, so one MAT50 with this test setup gives you about 1.9 nanofarad, maybe, yeah, I don't know, a little bit less when you have the paint on your car roof is adding a bit, God knows what dielectric constant that has. So let's say something around 1.9 nanofarad. I went into the kitchen while we had the cut, and I've built this fantastic MAT50 replacement from my leftovers from my dinner. Just some cardboard box, and I glued some kitchen foil on it. Used some cheap Chinese Kapton tape, and also put some wire here because I have to obviously connect it to the Peak Atlas. So now you have to unfortunately see my lunch briefly. Oh, now let's do it like this. I have a book here that nobody can complain about. Let's put this upside down like this and put a book on top, because my DIY variant is of course not magnetic. And yeah, as you can see, nobody will complain about the RIM electronic catalog from 1976. At least I hope that doesn't give me any copyright strikes. So now I forgot to connect the ground. Let's connect the ground, put the mat on top, and the book to just hold it down. Then other end here, enable the peak atlas, and we get suddenly 2.14 nanofarad, so even higher than what we had before with the MAT50. Not sure if that is to be trusted. Let's try again. I don't want to really cheat here. So yeah, this is, I mean, obviously, well, you can always put a book on your car roof as well. So let's see once more. Yeah, indeed, we got even higher capacitance with my DIY variant. 2.3 nanofarad. Good. Low battery fault. What does that mean? It's not what we want to see. Ooh. And this is when my test stops. Because the battery in this Peak Atlas died. Fantastic.
3 days later.
And I'm back with new batteries in the LCR meter, and I basically used all the info that the Atlas, Peak Atlas LCR45 shows. Of course, it shows you the capacitance by default, and this is what you saw earlier before my batteries ran out. But you can also measure impedance, admittance, and magnitude and phase, I think. Everything measured at 15 kilohertz. And as you can see, capacitance very, very similar with my aluminum foil variant. Magnitude, phase also very similar. However, in the impedance and admittance section, we see quite a difference. So yeah, I've written it down here, but I am not an HF engineer and I can't interpret it and I can't visualize what that means in a Smith chart. So if anybody of you knows what that means, or if it means anything, maybe put it below in the comments. I think for this quick test, the video is already quite long. I leave it like that. And the next test might be mounting it, mounting the MAT50 on the mag mount and using it, well, with an antenna on the roof and check if we see any difference with or without this thing. So for the moment, thanks for watching and until next time. 73.